Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I have Leon Timbo here. You have your very first Americana EP coming out October 1st. So
Yeah,
it has 8 songs. It looks like you've got Torianne, Mr. Jerome, Imani Maria, Sam Mitchum, Jordan Games, and Priscilla
yeah,
featured on it.
Pressler. Hmm.
Presla, that's
Hmm.
beautiful. So you've got all these wonderful people joining you for this EP. So tell me, is it autobiographical or are these songs that you wrote as stories about other people?
Great question, Holly. Autobiographical, honestly. Nobody's really asked me that before, but these songs kind of reflect the journey of my life a bit more. As a matter of fact, I had an entire album already slated, approved with the company, and we're moving forward with it. And then the pandemic hit, and I think I became just kind of refined and refreshed in my thinking. A lot of transitions in my life took place, and I needed a way to articulate and express this this experience, and more importantly, I needed a medium to heal, in that space. And so I felt like if I could heal from being honest about some of my processes, people could heal in listening to them. We can have fun, we can
Mhm.
dance, we can move, but we can also heal from those really hard to discuss items.
So you're not new to music. You've been doing gospel
Uh,
and R&B and all kinds of stuff.
mhm.
I've
Yeah.
personally been listening to you since 2019, so I know you've been around even way longer before that. But you are new to the Americana and country space, and so tell me a little bit about what drew you here.
What drew me to the Americana and country space was the fact that in learning to play the guitar so many years ago, it was already in me. And I just didn't know that what was in me had a location, it had a
Mm,
name, it had a culture, it had a group of people. It's almost like when you walk around, you're red, you're the black swan, and you're in the middle of all these white, swans, and then you finally see your tribe. You finally see what you've been all along. People that can look back at my discography in whatever genre I touch, you would either feel some bluegrass or you would hear
mhm.
some acoustic. I mean, I don't even want to tell you how far back you can go and feel it. Songs like "Don't Call" and "A Thousand Songs" and "Yes, I Love You," and I can go on and on forever. You mentioned some of the people that are joining me, two of which are my daughters. One of
Oh,
which,
I was gonna
Imani
ask you
Maria,
that. Oh,
absolutely, Imani Maria is singing along with me in the song "We Were," and also Presla is my daughter. She plays violin, and so she's gonna join with me in that. That's how I know exactly how to say her name.
well, I mean, you helped pick it, so I would hope
Come
that you
on,
you got that down.
at least that, right?
Did you pull any other writers in for with you for this, or was it all you?
You know, yes, I did. Not directly. And so Aston Turrentine, she's out of LA, great singer-songwriter. She joined me. Aaron Lindsay, who is an accomplished producer, he joined me in songwriting of bits and pieces of the project. Aaron Aiken, out of LA, he joined me in Lovers and Fools. And I got to shout out Jamel Kimbrough with Key 'Em Up Music. It was him in February that I had a conversation with myself, he, and Torian, and we just kind of dug in and said, I'm unhappy. There's something that I need to get out of me in this last project that I did. I don't think that's it. And so I took a hard choice to turn right and move into Lovers and Fools.
Do you feel like you are headed on the path towards feeling better now that you've put this project out?
Yeah, I think it's done more for me than I can even imagine because it's not only allowed me, I used to say things like, well, when I wrote this song, I saw a couple on the side of the road and they just inspired me to write the song, right? It's a lot easier to say stuff like that when in reality, I can find myself in every one of those songs because my
Mhm.
life circumstances produced it. So it's a bit personal, and I think Americana's the perfect landscape to land an album like this on.
You're actually still in Nashville as we do this interview right now.
Right, right.
How has your how has your time spent in Nashville and around Americana Fest made you feel about releasing this project?
Um, I have to go back to the home factor, Black Opry, so many others gave me a sense of, no pun intended, but home. It gave me a sense of you can unravel and you can be naked and like true and honest. And there are people who are not going to restrict you, or they're not going to be so afraid of your content that you have to butter it up to kind of get them to agree with it. This isn't an album for agreement. This isn't an album to for people to necessarily say, I feel the same way you feel. It's an album for them to take home and say, I'm dealing with this. And the Americana Fest and Black Opry and those songwriting sessions and those spaces in the studio all spoke in telling me, you just kind of carried and saying, this is the right move, this is the right direction. And so I'm super grateful for that.
That's awesome. We are so glad to have you in and around all of our family here at Black Opera, and we thank you for sharing with us about your EP. We're looking forward to the whole thing. We're going to talk to you once a week. We'll be releasing kind of like a behind the scenes of each song of your album. So we're so looking forward to that. Thank you so much. And we will see you guys for the first song.